All right, chat. Today we are doing pick'ems, and we are going to go through each. I'm going to try to explain my thought process behind each of the picks, and we'll see. I'm super hyped for Worlds, so this should be super exciting to see. All right, Crystal Ball. So you have 20 Worlds prediction questions are now available. You make your selections up to the start of Worlds, which starts on September 25th. Make sure that your picks are in before the window closes. And you can come back to your pick'ems and you'll see everything. So we have event champions, players, and teams. I guess we'll just start with the events. What will be the duration of the longest single game at Worlds? All right, so my thought with this one is I don't think games will be too long this time. And I've been doing some research because I want to be prepared. And if we go to the last year's pick'ems, the longest game was 46-10 minutes. And I don't think it will be 45 minutes or less. I think it's going to be in between 45 and 50. Mainly because I don't think I've ever seen a game go at least past 55 minutes. And I think if it does go to 50 minutes, like, either it's just really two bad teams, or it's just, I don't know. I feel like all the teams right now, it's not going to 50. So my pick is that I'm gonna go 45 to 50 or below, just below 50 minutes at Worlds. How many pentakills will there be at Worlds? So if we go back to the last ones, there was 3 pentakills, I believe. Where's that? Total pentakills 3. But they were all in play-ins. So I don't think that there's gonna be... I feel like if there's gonna be a pentakill, it's gonna be in play-ins. And then we'll never see one on the main stage this year. And I don't think we're gonna see that many. I think we're only gonna see 1 pentakill in play-ins. And that's probably gonna be from, like, PSG versus LLA or something. I feel like it's not gonna be against any LCK teams or LCS teams, and there's definitely not gonna be any pentakills on the world stage. Which Drake will be killed the most at Worlds? Okay, so last year I picked Hextech. No, wait, I picked Chemtech. Terrible choice. I think like Chemtech is it's automatically the worst dragon is what most people say, but I also think it doesn't get picked that much at the start. I wonder if we can see, if we go to like LCK Summer, I wonder if we can see dragons picked. Not sure. I wonder if you can go to, oh yeah, here we go. Mountain Drake. So it looked like Infernal was the most in LEC. I wonder if we go to LCK, what that will look like. Cloud was low. It looks like Cloud was the most. That's interesting. I personally think that I like either Infernal or Mountain Drake first. So I feel like I'm gonna choose Infernal because, I don't know. I feel like you're never gonna guess the right type of dragon. I think it's 100% just your choice. Yeah. Who knows if I'll get that one right. Okay, so this one, I originally did not think that there was going to be any Baron steals at Worlds. But T1 made it, and we know Guma can skill those Barons. So I don't... If there is one, I think it's going to be between 3 to 5. I don't think there will be any Baron steals in the play-ins. It'll be sick if there are. But I definitely don't think it's going to be 6 to 8 or 9 plus. I think 3 to 5 is a safe range. With all the games being played, I think that it's right in the middle. How many reverse sweeps will there be at Worlds out of a 7 total best of 5s? 0. I don't think there's gonna be any. The last year we only had 1 reverse sweep, and that was in play-ins against BDS and PSG. I don't think there will be any reverse sweeps. I'd like to be proven wrong. That'll be sick. But I don't think there will be. Alright. So that is the events. I'm pretty happy with that section. I don't think I would change anything. I mean, of course, like, if I was going to change something, it would probably be the Drake. But I think I'm sticking with Infernal. I think if, like, my original thought is that if you choose the 4 original dragons, you have a pretty good chance of being even. I feel like Hextech or Chemtech is just, I don't know. I don't think we see that as many of those. Who will be played in the most different roles at Worlds? So you're choosing a champion. Okay, this one's hard. I wonder if we go to patch notes. The thing is I feel like most champions, you're not going to be able to flex as much. Like, I mean, I guess with Shen buffs, you could flex that into a support role, but throughout this whole year, I don't think I've seen a lot of Shen support. We have seen Viego mid in solo queue, but I don't think we'll see any of that. I think it's going to be the biggest in the support area. And it's just like, what support do you choose though, right? And it's also like, what support could also be a jungler? I've seen a lot of people talking about Poppy. And I would actually agree with that. I do think Poppy's very good because you can flex her in both, you know, you could flex her top, you could flex her jungle, you could flex her in support. So I feel like Poppy's definitely a runner-up for one of my choices. I feel like, yeah, I just go with Poppy. I mean, we saw a couple of Scions in LCS, but I don't think it turned out well for 100 Thieves that game, if they did it. Let's see, go to LCS. Let's see, support. I swear we saw some in the LCS. Yeah, so you have like 3 Poppies. You don't see any Poppies in LCS. Maokai got nerfed to the ground, so you probably won't see him unless it's support. I don't think we'll be seeing a lot of Maokai this Worlds because he's been relevant the whole split. So I think I think I'm going with Poppy. All right, who will be picked most during champion select at Worlds? Okay, so my first thought when coming across is Yone, but he's mega strong in solo queue right now. So I think Yone is going to be very relevant in these, in this Worlds. That or Syndra. Syndra's also very strong right now in pro. I guess we haven't seen her in pro play yet, but in solo queue, she's very strong. There's also like who will be picked the most. There's also like K'Sante. Like K'Sante's, you know, strong. He's been strong since he came out. I don't think I've ever seen a K'Sante nerf. And so we'll probably also be seeing a lot in K'Sante. Jarvan's also strong. Man, there's so many champs that I'm thinking of now. The thing is that I think K'Sante is actually a mega pick. Because I feel like most teams, regardless, like K'Sante's just, he's good for team fights, he's strong, you can solo kill people. I feel like K'Sante's gonna be good, but there's also Jarvan. But I don't know if Jarvan's gonna be, I think Jarvan's gonna be picked a lot. But I don't know. I'll go with K'Sante. Most banned, I think it's gonna be either Yone or Syndra. They were even doing scrims for Worlds just before this, and Syndra was already getting banned. I think I'll do Syndra. She's so strong. If she gets nerfed before Worlds, which probably won't happen, then maybe I'll change it. All right, who will have the most total deaths at Worlds? Okay, so we need to pick someone that would go like be frontline. So probably a support or jungle, because I think top laners are too tanky to die that quickly. And I feel like supports are next. Because I mean, I guess they could be tanky, but I feel like they're engaging and they're the first ones going in. Maybe jungle. I think mid lane and AD carry are going to be in the back. And so they're not going to have that many deaths. What was last year's? Let's see, most deaths was Rel. Jarvan was second most. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, see, so it's like Rel, but Rel's not in the meta right now. K'Sante next. But Rel has been played a lot recently. Let's see. I look up like, I mean, Rel and LCK got 3 picks and bans. 4 bans, 3 picks, 100% win rate. But I feel like Leona got picked more than Rel this split. I felt like I saw more Leona than Rel. You know what? I think it's gonna be a jungler, and I think it's gonna be Jarvan. I think Jarvan is gonna... Oh, but Jarvan's strong, though. My other thought was Nautilus. Because Nautilus, I mean, most people, probably most supports are gonna pick him. Oh, he only had 2. But I feel like that's hard. It's like, it's just all based on luck. Rel was picked way more in LCS than LCK. That's why we're seeing so much Rel. Is because Rel was picked 25 times, or 20 times, then banned 5. But then it went Leona, so that's LCS. Yeah, no, you're right. LEC and LCS had a lot of Rel. They nerf her? Okay, they did. Wait, what did they do to her? They nerfed Leona, too. Base armor, that's not bad. Rel, okay. Oh, or this is her E. Players don't know that while pros do. Yeah, they nerfed her pretty much. Or pretty big. 8%, down 8%. And then her E. Yeah, I think it's gonna be either Nautilus or Leona. I'm trying to think if there's any other support. You know what? I'll go with Leona. I think Leona is gonna probably be, yeah, probably Leona. All right, who will have the highest win rate at Worlds? Minimum of 5 games played. Okay. Azir. Nah, actually, I think Azir might be picked a lot too. They didn't change him, unless I don't think they did. What did they do? Stayed the same. Down by... Oh, now it's scaling with his W instead of just 55 AP. Yeah, I think Azir will stay the same. I don't think we'll see that much of him. Highest win rate. Let's see. We'll see Ivern in the jungle. We'll probably see Jarvan in the jungle. Yone will be picked in mid lane. I wonder if there's like is there an ADC or something that would be picked that wouldn't have that high of a win rate? Senna's something that maybe like supports could flex into, but I don't think it's really dependent on her. I think it might be dependent on other teammates. Zeri might be a big one. Oh, she got nerfed though. Tristana didn't get nerfed or buffed, so she'll probably be picked. I don't know if she'll have a big win rate. What was Ivern's stat? 75% win rate. 8 picks. This was in LEC. And I think he's probably going to be picked more. So his win rate's probably gonna flex. Caitlyn's also someone that could be picked. I'm leaning towards Jarvan just because he's so strong right now, but he might be played too much. You know what? Screw it. I'm choosing Jarvan. We'll do Jarvan. Alright. Only one that I'm really hesitant on is this one. Maybe I would change that one if I think of something else. Alright. Who will play the most different champions at Worlds? Ooh. My first thought is Keria, because he's been flexing a lot of different supports this whole year, basically. Keria's one. We've seen a lot of Zeus as well with the top lane. He's one. I feel like any of the Gen G players, they mostly stay for the same thing. There was a Mad Lions player, Mirwin. He's played a lot of... Yeah, he played like Nico, Lulu top, Corki top, Zeri top, a lot of Nidalee top, actually. He played a Varus top. That's... Yeah, I feel like... But I don't even know if they'll make it out of play-ins. Gumayusi was the player last year. Most champions. Yeah, Gumayusi with 11. That's another thing is like, I'm thinking... On and Elk. That's funny that they both played different. Oh my goodness, the amount of Weibo players too last year. Yeah, maybe I'm thinking it wrong. Maybe it's gonna be the ADC role. Yeah, they practically need to make it into Worlds. Yeah, that's the thing about like the play-ins is that like if they don't make it, your picks are kind of destroyed, right? Would ADC be a different meta? I mean, let's see. If they don't, Ziggs is still strong even with the nerfs. So they could play him. Like Ziggs, they could do Caitlyn. Jinx is gonna be big. There's already 3. You can pick Golden Glue. Wait, what? That's so funny. Yeah, he's the coach. Nah, the coach is gonna be the best. Yeah, who even is this like Arrow dude? Interesting. They have Meech though. Meech isn't even on 100 Thieves anymore. That's funny. I think Ben, all the like the BLG players. Maybe I just rock with my dude Guma. I feel like he might stick with the same. He just played a lot of ACs. It's also like with this one, you want to pick someone that would be going to like the semifinals as well, so then they can play, or at least like at least quarterfinals. And with how T1 have been playing this year, I don't know if they'll make it. You think it's going to be ADC or support, not a top or jungle? Mostly. I do think, though, that Homalife is going to go far. They have Reckless as a support, too. That's funny. What does Pays play? I feel like I'm already going to choose Pays, though, for another role. I mean, he's played a lot of Ezreal. I feel like he's played a lot of different champions as well. Yeah, what I was gonna choose Pays for was to get the most kills in a single game, because Pays last year, I think he got a pentakill in MSI, and he got like 24 kills or something. So if Pays is on, that's who I'll actually choose right here. If Pays is on his A game, he will get a lot of kills. EK, what is their aiming? He played Corki bot, Molder, Aphelios. Probably won't touch Jhin again, but I mean, I feel like aiming's not a bad pick. Especially like Zeri being nerfed a little bit, which was his most played. I feel like aiming might diversify a little bit, so I'm gonna go with aiming. I think aiming's not a bad pick. Alright, well, who's gonna have the highest KDA? That's gonna be another support, probably, or not a support. ADC. Maybe that was the one I should have chose Pays for. I think Hanwha Life is gonna go far. And Viper's not bad. What was Viper's stats? I can't spell Viper. You're gonna go with Delight, who plays the most champs? Wait, let's see. You think so? I mean, last year, or this split, he's just played Rell and Alistar with a couple of Leonas. And then, of course, his Rakan is absolutely busted. You know, that's a 50% win rate. Oh my gosh, 84% win rate with Alistar. 0.19 is Viper's personal best. What about Elk? Do I have can I look at Elk? I saw 404. And Elk's been killing it. I do think that Billy's gonna go far. BLG is gonna go far as well. I'll go Elk. I think Elk will be high. Okay, so this one, who will get the most first bloods at Worlds? I think it's gonna be a jungler. Probably mostly, well, my thought is that if a jungler is ganking someone and they take the kill, then they get the first blood. My first thought was Lucid or Peanut. Mostly, or what's Canyon's? Can you see? First blood, 52% with Peanut. Who's on what's the name of that team? Is it Weibo? It's Weiwei. That's who I was looking for. But he's on LNG, and I don't know how well LNGs are gonna go for. And you can't see his first blood participation. They do have a new mid laner though. Yagao. So who knows? With the new mid laner, they might go crazy. You could also look at Tarzan, but you can't see his. Yeah, I feel like Peanut's probably gonna be my pick for this one. Canyon, get your vote for this? Yeah, I'll go Peanut. I think Peanut's gonna be. I think with Homalife, he's gonna go far, and who will get at least one pentakill at Worlds? That's gonna be a hard one, cause you never know. APA? You think APA is gonna get a pentakill? Locking it in? Nah, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think it. I mean, you're gonna be a believer, but does a believer give you points? I think you have to not be a believer. You know, I mean, my most realistic answer is Chovy. That's another thing, is I haven't been thinking about Chovy. What's Chovy's KDA? 10-0-3, 80% win rate. I mean, first blood's not bad, but Chovy's Chovy. I actually think I'm gonna switch my pick to Chovy on the highest KDA. Memory or spin so. Zeka? Yeah, Zeka, my man. I love Zeka. I think he's so good. 4-0-15. Maybe Zeka's a better play. Oh, and Zeka's Yone's so good. Oh, I've totally forgot. Zeka's Yone's so good. And Yone's gonna be huge. I'm going Zeka. I think Zeka's gonna be massive this Worlds. And then we'll have Chovy getting at least one pentakill. I think that's it. Alright. Which team from region with 2 seeds or less will advance the furthest through Worlds? Well, the most logical is PSG. Like, maybe GAM would be my second choice. LLA is not making it. CB LOL's probably not gonna make it. VCS isn't even gonna make it. Yeah, I don't watch either. I don't watch them either. But I know that PCS and PCG is really good. They went to at MSI. They went to 5 games against BLG, and they almost won. And what I've seen is that they've only gotten better. So yeah, so PSG I think is gonna be my pick. Which team will win the shortest game at Worlds? Okay, let's just see here. Just kidding. It's gonna be. I hope it's not an NA team, but it probably will be. Game. T1 versus Cloud9. See, I hope that it will be a bad. I hope it's not gonna be an NA team, but it probably will be. My thought is it's gonna be either PSG, probably when they make it a Swiss stage. So if Gen G goes against NA, then that won't be a short game. Yeah, but the thing is that Gen G isn't going against NA. Yeah, I believe that Gen G's in bracket 1, and then all the play-in teams are going to be in bracket 2. So it's going to be either 100 Thieves, Mad Lions, probably Gamma, or PSG. I feel like those 4 teams are kind of the given, because one of these teams is gonna go against Gen G, and it's probably gonna be a blowout. Oh yeah, you gotta pick the team that will win. Oh, so you don't want to pick the team that loses. Okay, that makes... Well, then my first thought is either Gen G... Yeah, not lose it. Yeah. Probably then Gen G or BLG. Because those are going to be probably... These two are probably going to be the best teams coming into LCK. But wait, does that mean Hanwha Life is not... Yeah, Hanwha. Yeah. I think it's really going to come down to just what happens with the picks. Because, like, if Gen G goes against PSG, then if you chose Gen G, it's great. But if they go against 100 Thieves or something, it probably won't be the shortest. But I think Gen G's a good pick. I think that they're gonna... TL versus T1. That one I actually think TL would have a chance of winning. I hope that happens. Which team will have the most Baron steals at Worlds? Easy pick. Miyushi, my goat. Which team will win Worlds? Okay. Well, this one, I really want Hanwha Life to win. But Zeka has already won a World Championship. Another one that I want to win, of course, is Gen G. Or we just go PSG. All the way, guys. No. TL all the way. I would just be happy if TL makes it to at least quarterfinals. I don't care. I don't think FlyQuest or 100 Thieves are gonna be... You would die of happiness if that happened? Yes, that would actually be so sick. D plus Kia is another. But I feel like D plus isn't gonna clutch up when they most need it. BLG, I feel like the most safe picks are gonna be Gen G or BLG. Gen G does have a reputation of throwing in internationals, but they won MSI, so maybe that curse is over. BLG was runner-ups in MSI this year, and they didn't change the roster that much. But Gen G is still gonna just be so good. All right, I'm gonna go Gen G. And since for variety reasons, I want to go BLG then for this. And then which team will play the most different champions at World? Most different champions. G2 has played a lot of different champions this split. And they have flexed like a Gwen, jungle. They've played a ton of different supports. Broken Blade has already been experimenting with Kled top. So who knows, we'll maybe see a Kled top. He also has Mundo. I feel like G2 is probably... I feel like Gen G sticks to most of their comps, or the same comp most of the time. I feel like G2 are gonna go far, and I mean, I'll go G2. I think that it will be good. All right, yeah, I'm happy with this. Yeah, I don't think I'll change any of that. All right, now we go to picks. Make my picks. I feel like the most easiest, I feel like it's just gonna be 100 Thieves, Gam, PSG, and MDK. I mean, some people have said like SHG is better than Gam, and like Viking, if they get on a roll, they can be really good. But I feel like 100 Thieves and MDK should have a guaranteed into Swiss stage. Like they should not lose to any of these teams. And then PSG has beaten Viking. Or PSG has beaten SHG and Gam beat Vikings. So, I mean, most logically, I think these 4 are going to be the most likely to advance through Swiss stage. Now, of course, there could always be upsets, and then in that case, I just lose out on 10 points. But other than that, all right, cool. Well, that is the end of Pick'ems. Let me know what you guys pick, and we'll see.